Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. People have been snapping me and posting on my Instagram and sending me messages on Facebook about doing a possible vegan update video, how I've been getting on, anything else I've discovered or anything like that, and I said, you know what, it's actually high time I probably did one. So it has officially been 10 months since I made the decision to go vegan with my diet and subsequently vegan with my lifestyle. So you could say in those 8 months I've learned a lot. I'm definitely not an expert or a professional or a dab hand at this vegan thing just yet, but I have definitely gotten into a routine and gotten into the swing of things, and I've discovered a vegan diet that I think really suits me. And what I mean by that is I have discovered the high carb, low fat, high fruit, whole foods, plant-based version of a vegan diet. And you might be thinking,
what the fuck is that, Laura?
Basically, and a lot of people are going to hate me for this, I've watched Freely the Banana Girl for years and I've always kind of sat on the fence in relation to her. She's very harsh sometimes, but sometimes she comes across as quite a nice person. And I was really intrigued by the amount of fruit she ate, and then I was reading on her website and stuff about all the calories you have to eat. So in a way I was like, I don't think I could eat 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day without putting on a pile of weight, but I wanted to try my own version of things. And then I discovered high carb Hannah, and high carb Hannah is more starch solution than fruit based, so she would eat a lot of starch every day, like rice, potatoes, grains, all that sort of thing, and much less fruit. So I kind of intertwined and intermixed elements of both people's views on things to create a bit of a hybrid that I have stuck to. So basically what I do now is I eat a huge fruit breakfast. Always, every single day, lots of fruit for breakfast. That could be 7 bananas and a punnet of strawberries, a punnet of blueberries, and then an hour later I could have a punnet of grapes. So that could be kind of like a 2-part breakfast for me. That's a lot of food. For lunch, as much as I can, I try and do the same, have lots and lots of fruit, because I find my system loves it. I've loads of energy, I feel light, my digestive system is phenomenal, sorry for the TMI, and I just feel happy. I literally, this sounds so cliche, but your body just feels happy, your mood feels happy. You feel so good on it, and no bloating or anything like that, contrary to what a lot of people think. And then for my dinner, or my dinner and supper, or dinner and tea, whatever way you want to call it, I will have lots of vegetables and carbs. For example, last night I had loads of corn pasta with a tomato based sauce that I made myself, which I had tomatoes, obviously fresh tomatoes, canned tomatoes, lots of peppers, broccoli, chickpeas, sweet corn and peas in it. So I made a sauce with loads of veggies. Oh, and broccoli. Did I mention broccoli? Yeah, there was broccoli. And then I mixed the pasta in there and I had a ginormous bowl of that for my dinner. And just afterwards you feel so satiated and so full, and your body just feels happy. Your belly is out to here, but you know what? You don't care because you're just so happy. And the theory that Freely has is if you crave something sweet after your cooked meals in the evening, that you probably didn't eat enough fruit earlier in the day. And I have definitely found that to be the case. If I found I skimped a bit on fruit earlier in the day, or I skipped a meal, or I didn't eat quite as much as I usually would, I will be craving fatty or sugary things after my dinner in the evening, and more often than not I actually can go on, I won't say a binge, but I'll go through the presses and I'll be eating loads and loads and loads, and then my stomach will swell up and it's all mayhem. Speaking of those mini binges, my stomach is so happy all the time, and I mentioned that after having my high carb meal in the evening time you'll be bloated, but you don't feel disgusting and you don't feel discomfort and you don't feel pain. However, if I were to sit and have 2 or 3 tablespoons of peanut butter in the evening, my stomach will swell up like nothing I've ever seen before, and I will be in pain. Significant pain, and my digestive system will be interrupted almost immediately. We won't go into the details, but it will take a couple of days for my digestive system to recover on a mini binge of fatty things like nuts or peanut butter or chocolate and stuff like that. And I am in quite a bit of pain that every time it's happened I've been like, never again, I can't go through this again, I can't do it again. And even Ian now says, if I'm reaching for the peanut butter, he'd be like, Laura, you will be in so much pain in a couple of hours. And some people argue that that's a bad thing, that your body is not able to take on the fat. But I think it's just the processed fat is the issue. I mean, I don't like avocado, but if I could eat an avocado, I would eat an avocado and my body would probably be okay with that. It's just different, like, processed fats that I just can't handle, which is a good thing because my body's like,
whoa, what the fuck are you doing to me, Laura? Give me the good stuff.
So now I try and cook, well actually for the last 2 or 3 weeks I've been cooking everything from scratch, everything from curries to stir fries to pastas to burgers. I've been trying out tons of recipes, most of them failures but some of them good, and I've been loving the experimentation. And even the pasta last night, it was so good and it felt so good in my body knowing that nothing that went into that food was processed. Well, I suppose the pasta was probably fairly processed, but I mean, I'm not going to make pasta from scratch. I could, I'm not going to. Minimal processing went into my dinner. I didn't use a jar of sauce, I didn't use cheese or even vegan cheese, and it just feels good. I found since going vegan that I've become hyper aware of what goes into my body, and not just that, but onto my body as well. I've become quite aware of like body lotions and stuff like that and all the chemicals that are contained in them, because when you put something onto your skin, I don't care what anyone says, a little bit gets into your body, into your bloodstream, and that's not ideal either. So basically, I think that's basically all I wanted to say. I'm eating a ton of fruit, as any of you that follow me on Snapchat will have noticed, particularly bananas. Oh my god, I love them. And everyone kind of has the same question. Do they not bung you up? Do they not make you constipated? And they would make you constipated if you ate them when they weren't ripe, but you need to wait until they're like dotty. They have brown dots on them and then they're perfect and they're sweet, they're delicious, they're soft, and there's no issues in the bathroom. Okay. This week I also undertook it to myself that if I was going to do a vegan update video, I wanted to get blood tests done to show the naysayers that I'm probably still, my heart's still beating and everything is okay. So I was in with the doctor on Monday and I asked her about getting some blood testing done, and obviously she asked why, and I said because I've been eating vegan for the last 7.5, 8 months and I want to just make sure everything is tickety-boo with all of the things that are inside my body. And she said sure, no problem. So she took all the blood and I got the results then a couple of days ago. I'm going to insert screenshots here of all the different results. The figure on the left hand side is the result I achieved in my blood, and the figures on the right hand side are the healthy guidelines. And as you can see from all of the tests, bar one, I am very perfect. Okay, I hate to use that word perfect, but all of my results came back spot on. And the one thing that is out of range is my folate. The healthy folate, as you can see, the healthy folate level, as you can see, is 3.5 to 16, and I got 19.4. So I did some research on, you know, dangers of high folate, and basically I've discovered that high folate is only an issue if your B12 levels are low. And as you can see, directly above my folic acid is my B12 level, and it is bang smack in the middle of the healthy range. So I don't think I have anything to be overly concerned about, but I will be sure to keep getting blood testing done, maybe at 6-month intervals, to make sure everything is going good. The things I was most concerned about were calcium, B12 and iron, and I scored well in all of those. I got good results in all of those. So that's all I'm really worried about, and I told my mum my results and she was like, oh great, that's fine if it works for you. So you know what? Eating 10 to 15 bananas a day for like 3-4 months, we're all good. To see more of what I eat on a daily basis, I sometimes post snaps to my Snapchat. I don't overload it with all of my food because I feel like there's a lot of people who are intrigued by it and are interested in it, but I don't want to be putting up 5 or 6 snaps a day of just my food because I feel like a lot of people don't want to see that too. It's it's hard to keep everyone happy, but I do occasionally post my food on there. It's usually fruit or my cooking concoctions. So yeah, definitely follow me on Snapchat if you'd like to see more. As regards future videos, I would love some feedback from you guys in the comment section down below for future videos you'd like to see from me. Anything at all, just leave me any suggestions, because I feel like it's very hard to get a unique video out these days, and I know you guys are so creative, so I would love to hear your thoughts and suggestions in the comment section down below. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and I will continue to do updates. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!